Evening, everybody. Leroy here. First, the housekeeping. Smoking my Dr. Grabo Royalton with some Cornell and Deal's Easy Times. It's an enjoyable smoke, but my wife hates it when I smoke it. She hates me smoking anyway, but this it's kind of a stronger smelling English. Tastes good, but I don't smell very good after I smoke it. Anyway, on to the point of this video. The story of my first pipe. I acquired my first pipe when I was about 13 years old. Actually, I didn't acquire it, I built it. My daddy and his oldest brother, my Uncle Floyd, used to plant corn every year. And we put up a lot of corn. The majority of it off the cob. So, one day when we're cutting corn off the cob, getting ready to put it up, I stuck me back a couple of cobs. Let them dry out for a few days. Probably should have been a lot longer than a few days, but anyway, after I had let them dry what I thought was sufficiently at the time, I took my handy dandy Swiss Army knife, it had a little, like a reamer, scraper type thing on it. I used that to hollow out the cob and to drill a hole for my stem. I used a piece of switch cane for my stem. Just cut it off between nodes and shoved it in the hole. Even carved me a little button on the end of it. Although what good that was, I don't know. And I didn't have any smoking tobacco, so I had heard some of the old timers talk about when they didn't have any tobacco. Or there used to be an old joke. I'd seen it on some cartoons or something. I don't remember exactly. It was, people would be trying to cut one another down, and your mother smokes corn silks. I said, got plenty of corn silks. So I got some of those. Dried them out. Shoved a pipe full of them. Lit it up. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. That'll choke a mule. So I had to find something to smoke in this pipe. I was determined that I was going to smoke something in this pipe. So my mother used to smoke cigarettes, and periodically she would say that she was going to try to quit. Well, she would quit doing it where anybody could see her. She would hide a pack of cigarettes in the linen closet in her bathroom, which was at the back of the house. And she would go in there and raise the window and smoke. My daddy used to tease her. He'd go in the bathroom after she'd been in there smoking. He'd come out and say, "Damn, smells like somebody's been smoking a turd in here." But I know that's kind of crude. Deal with it. But I decided, well, she's supposed to be quitting smoking anyway. So I would go in there. I knew where she kept the pack. And I would get a couple of her cigarettes. Now, I knew she wasn't going to say anything about it because she was supposed to have been quitting. I doubt she ever noticed anyway. But I'd go in there and get a couple of cigarettes. Due to the fact that the only corn cobs that we had were pretty small anyway, the chamber in that corn cob was not much bigger around than a number 2 pencil. So 2 cigarettes would just about fill it up. And I would get me some matches, and I'd go off down in the pasture behind the house there, and I'd smoke my little corncob pipe. It didn't last very long. I mean, it wasn't the pipe. The pipe lasted fine. I just didn't, at the time, didn't care for it. And probably, I guess, because I was smoking that cigarette tobacco. Mama smoked Virginia Slim Lights, and I never could understand what she liked about those things. Kind of like sucking air. But hey, I was 13. I had to have something to do. Anyway, that is the story of my first pipe. So, having said all that, until next time.